Welcome to the Building Doors Podcast, where we're not just pushing for opportunities for women's voices to be heard, we're creating them. I'm Christy Harst, voiceover actor and creator of the Building Doors campaign. Join us as we amplify voices, break barriers, and build doors together.
Hi, I'm Jo Yuan, and I'm a door builder in the Building Doors campaign. So I started voiceover during the lockdown, and yeah, times were really crazy. But I gotta say, this has been the biggest surprise of my life. Nobody encouraged me to do voiceover or acting or anything in general, so I really thought that I wasn't able to do voiceover for the longest time. I grew up and everybody would tell me that I had the worst sounding voice, that my voice was ugly, and to shut up, basically. And I know this isn't true, but that really stuck with me as a child. And when I was growing up, I always thought that, oh my gosh, my speaking voice just sounds terrible. My singing voice is awful. So I never really thought that I could go into voiceover. And even when I was starting to kind of poke my head in and get a little bit curious about it, I had some, former friends now that would discourage me. They'd be like, oh, no, you can't do it. Your voice sounds terrible. Or you have a really big, thick, heavy accent. You can't do this. And I'm like, what accent? I grew up in SoCal. What are you talking about? But anyway, so during the lockdown, as we know, everything was closed, so I couldn't do my normal theater or on-camera work. So I decided that maybe it was time to dive in. I'm stuck inside. Might as well. So I started taking classes at voiceover camp. Shout out to Kritzia. And the reason why I gravitated towards them was because I think she said that it doesn't matter how your voice sounds. It matters what you do with it, which I kind of love. You know what I mean? And it was mostly an exploration rather than an expectation that anything was going to happen. Like, I just expected, oh, well, we'll try this and we'll see where it goes. And it's been the most beautiful blessing of my life. And I'm so grateful for the lockdown, surprisingly. Yoinks. But anyway, I don't think there was a defining moment where I knew that voiceover was for me. I just really loved it. And it kind of incorporated all the things I loved about theater, like exploration or like, let's be weird. Nobody's going to see me. I'll be in my pajamas. I'll be making animal noises. Like, wow, crazy. And it gave me the freedom to explore. And also, I was feeling a little boxed in by on-camera work. I look the way I do, and I love it. But sometimes that can be a little limiting. And the thing about voiceover is that I could be a worm. I see this a lot. I could be a worm. I could be a bird. I don't even have to be human. I could be literally cast as anything as long as I have, the voice or the essence or whatever the client needs. So I started off in live action dubbing, and that was really terrifying because I was just thrown into the deep end. And eventually I garnered enough work to be able to qualify for the TV Academy. And that moment was when I felt the most proud of myself and grateful for those who believed in me. And also the biggest imposter syndrome. I was just like, what am I doing here? I'm just a dubber. And it's still something that I'm trying to actively work with, just the whole mindset thing of, yeah, I am a working actor. And even though I don't think I'm the greatest at what I do, there's worth in it. I know, it's crazy. It's that I'm still blown away every time I go into that building. But yeah, that kind of keeps me going. Just exploration, joy, and also, honestly, spite, because I had a lot of haters, and they can suck it. Anyway, the genres that I specialize in are mostly like live action dubbing, as I've said, but I really would eventually love to go into more commercial and animation work. I just think it's so fun, and I love comedy, so yeah, I think that would be a dream come true. Actually, my first VO agent, when I met him for the first time, he was just like, oh, someone told me that you're funny. Here's some copy. Read for me. And I was not prepared. I did not know that I would be going in for a cold read and have 5 minutes to prepare. So I guess I was funny enough to get signed. But yeah, I'm still waiting for that first booking for animation, but it's coming. It's coming. But since this is building doors, I'm going to chat about things that I would love to be in, promo and commercial-wise. So I don't want to name names just because I don't want to limit myself in terms of branding or of dream clients. So I'm just going to give general categories. I feel like my voice would be pretty well suited for a fun beverage. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty much a beverage goblin. Like, I drink at least 3 different kind of drinks all at the same time. Like, right now in front of me, I have a sparkling water for fun, regular water because of mouth clicks or whatever, and I also have a coffee for energy. I'm crazy. And I think that fun beverage can include, like, coffee or a soda pop, perhaps a well-known soda, perhaps a fun probiotic soda, perhaps something for Gen Z and millennials. I don't know. The world's my oyster, or the world's my liquid drinkable beverage. Wow, that was really bad. Anyway, so I would love to be the voice of a fun beverage or spirits. I used to be a bartender, so I think that would just really, really suit my voice and my personality well. You know, in particular, I think I would do well for a hard seltzer. That was actually my pandemic panic impulse buy. The week before, when everyone was buying toilet paper, I went to Costco and just got a case of seltzer, hard seltzer. Oh, shouldn't say that. Oh, well, now you know. Anyway, I also really love snacks. I'm a snack girl. If I could voice a snack, something crunchy, something savory, something sweet. Specifically, I've noticed that there's a lot of commercials that are really quirky and kind of unhinged, which I am, for fruit-flavored candies. So just putting that in mind. If you see a fruit-flavored candy commercial copy out there, send it my way. And I also think that a pre-gaming fast food type of commercial would be great. Just like, hey, we're about to go to this party. Ooh, I'm really hungry. Perhaps a burrito, a taco, a burger, fries, something to get this party started. Well, besides that, I don't think a lot of people know, but I'm actually really, really into fitness. I don't look it, but I work out a lot. I love spin. I love lifting weights at the gym, and I really like my martial arts classes. One thing, I will name a name this time, but I would love to be the voice of Fei Yue's shoes. It's kind of a canvas shoe. It's flat, so a lot of weightlifters use it, and it's one of the top choices for martial arts practitioners. And fun fact, it originated in Shanghai, which is where my mom's from. So I think this would be really special because it involves family history and, you know, my sports. One more thing, I would love to be the voice of a trendy, techie personal finance app. I think that financial literacy is so important, and it really bugs me when women are like, oh, God, I'm so bad with money. Or the personal finance advice is like, stop buying your purses, stop buying your lattes. No, that is not true. Men buy lattes too. It's fine. It's fine. We need to learn how to invest. And I would be so passionate if I could be the screaming voice of a financial app being like, hey, maybe it's time to invest 20% of your paycheck this pay period, something like that. You know what I mean? Just a bank that really has your back, preferably with a high-yield savings account that actually makes sense. So as you have noticed, I'm pretty dramatic and dynamic and energetic. Hopefully, I'm relatable. So I think that any commercials with a, hey, bestie, let's do this type of vibe, or, hey, let's go out and, have a great time. That would be great for me. I don't think I'm particularly authoritative yet. It's going to come. I need some years on me. But hopefully I'm a little more every girl, every gal, relatable. You trust me, as in hey, your friend's got something interesting and wise to say for once. But I actually had a pretty big block around commercials for the longest time, just because I don't have the typical, authoritative, ooh, when you drive a Lexus type of voice. I mean, I can do it, but it's not my natural personality, so I don't really book those type of situations. And if you're an actor, a voice actor in particular, you'll know what I mean when I say grounded, conversational, relatable, not too much, not the typical bubbly, over-the-top announcer voice. And I feel like I'm a pretty bubbly person in general, so I've really struggled with copy that says that because I'm just like, well, how the heck am I supposed to do this? Supposed to tamp down my unhinged personality for your commercial. And now I'm just kind of like over it. And I'm just like, well, you get what you get. And I think I'm just becoming a little more decisive about what I do audition for or what I want to audition for in the first place. I just think that, hey, if it's like energetic, it'll come naturally to me. If it's not, I'm going to struggle with it. And that sucks. It's not my pocket. But I'm going to start going after my strengths instead of trying to constantly fight against my weaknesses, if that makes sense. Hopefully, you've connected with this. Something that I think really influences my voiceover style or my life in general is the fact that I'm Asian American. I know I mentioned it a little bit before about the failure issues, but I'm actually a mixed Asian, which doesn't happen very often. So I look like I'm part of one country, but I'm actually Chinese, Taiwanese, and Korean descent. And I feel like that's a little bit unique because I don't think I've ever met anybody with my specific blend or specific region of ancestry, unless they're my sister. But that's, we're related, so that's different. But I do think that having the lived experience as a BIPOC woman in this country, in whatever state it's in right now, really does make a difference. Just times are tough. Times are wild. But we're here. We're still here. I don't really have to say it out loud, but having that lived experience really does affect my work, and it affects the way that I present myself in the world and move through the world. I love being Asian American. I don't say this often enough, but I really do think that we're pretty awesome. We have wonderful food. We have a great culture, great media, great entertainment, and it's kind of exciting just like going from the kid who was made fun of for being Asian to having people kind of miraculously see, oh my God, like Asian culture is actually part of the zeitgeist right now. And it's a little disappointing that it took this long for y'all to figure it out, but I'm just saying we've been here. We've been here. And I'm just giving a very basic boba liberal example of how much I love being Asian American. This could be a longer conversation offline if you really want to talk to me, but I am very proud of my parents' heritage, my ancestry, my countries of origin, and I bring my ancestors' blessings with me, and I bring their strengths, their tenacity to overcome, multiple wars. Things were also crazy back then, and bravery because my parents, English is their fourth language. They met each other in Japan, and they're from two different countries, and they decided to move to California to raise me and my sister, who's related to me, but that's also a different story. And I really do take that to heart because that seems a lot harder than acting, to be honest, just to start a new life. So a part of me thinks, hey, if they've done all this for me, for a dream in the future, the American dream, whatever your feelings are about it, then I have that same strength in me and I can do this too. Even though they're not supportive of acting, there's still that same inner strength that I inherited. Quick self-promo plug. I'm also doing a solo play about my parents and how they met and how they view the world and how they navigate their own cultural heritage, identity, blah, 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 and how I deal with them. Yeah, I'm going to be performing in Orange County in the fall, so if you're there, please come up and see me. No pressure, though. If my voice was a brand, I don't know what it would be known for. I'm kind of all over the place. I'm unhinged, chaotic. Maybe that's it. Just ultra ADHD. Whatever you want me, I'll be here. I'll be here to talk. I'll be here to yap. If you pay me, that's even better. We love to make money with our voices. Yeah, anyway, if you're still here, thank you so much for listening to me ramble. And thanks for checking out my Building Doors podcast episode and your support of the campaign. And also, if you'd like to work together, you can email me at joyuanactor@gmail.com and visit my website at www.jo-yuan.com to hear more of my work, listen to me yap, make fun of my pictures, do whatever you want. Anyway, thank you. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Building Doors podcast. Want to hear more? Check out all our episodes at buildingdoorsvo.com/podcast and follow us on Instagram and LinkedIn at Building Doors VO. We'd love to hear from you, so call us on our 24/7 hotline at 216-307-1917 and leave us a voicemail with your thoughts. Do you want to support the podcast? Well, we love coffee. Buy us a cup through the link in the description or at buildingdoorsvo.com. Until next time, keep pushing forward, keep speaking up, and let's keep building doors together.